Hey there, welcome back to the table. I know I stirred some interest by saying that I'm playtesting an 18xx game. It's true. It's a big epic game. It has similar rules to this. There's some very big changes compared to this, but and it's not 18OE version 2.0. It's nothing like that. It's a completely different game. Um, but it has similar, like when I read the rules, a lot of the concepts are the same. That's true with a lot of 18xx games, by the way. Um, but they always seem to have their own personal twist, and this one does as well. And I promise you, if I'm allowed to show more or do a playthrough with you, I will. I've already offered that I can do like a schizophrenic playthrough. They're not ready for this to be shown yet, so, and I'm also not allowed to talk about it too much. Um, just part of the rules of being involved in the group. I just want to say it's very cool. I really like seeing this side of board game design. I'm always a player of board games, and now I'm getting to see what it's like to make one. And anyways, the designer has a distinct vision. I really like what he's doing with it, and I was able to give him an idea, and he's very strongly considering it. I gave him a pretty radical one that's I've never seen an 18xx game before, um, and there might be some play balancing issues he has to sort out, but he's very strongly considering it. And anyways, I'm excited too. And even if he doesn't put it in, um, I do appreciate the fact that he's listening to my input. And anyways, that has inspired me to play this game because I'm not able to play that one yet, and I'm just keeping my skills sharp. So with that said, let's jump in. Just a reminder, um, you had to float all the companies before you can go major. That's been done. We've gone major with a few companies. We've also even started buying shares, which is also allowed. But these two trains, there's still two of them left, so we're still not in train phase 2. We're in train phase 1, which or maybe we're technically in train phase 2. Um, the point I'm trying to get at is it's not important to know what train phase you're in. What's important to know is you can't buy a 3 train until the 2s are gone. So even if these guys have enough money to buy a 3 train, they can't until these 3 companies run. The KSS, GSWR, and I forgot to put KBS out here, but they're also so these 3 companies have to buy their 2 train first. Now these companies are going to get to run after they buy the 2 train, and they're going to get a chance to buy that 3 train. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but there's a chance to. And another key difference is since we did like an emergency round of operating rounds, we own trains. Normally you don't own a train. In my strategy, you go major right away. You don't even have your yellow train yet. So you go backwards 1 space, and then you hit your number and you go forward a space. In this case, everybody has their yellow train, but they may not have enough revenue to move up. So you just stay where you are. So there's no harm, no foul. You're major, and you just won't go backwards. So these guys, I do have concern that they may not be able to make enough to go forward. But these guys down here, the whole point of parring low is they only have to make $75 to move up. A lot of the trains right now are making 80. Now some of them are making 70, but most of them are in the 80 range. And then this one, I'm committing to 80 to be up here. So as long as I hit my 80, I move up. Now, if we can buy a green train, or we can upgrade to green cities, it's real easy to hit 80. In fact, then you're starting to look at 120 becomes the more norm, 110 to 120. So the idea is you go major right away, you hit these numbers easily, you move up, and even if you can't move up, as long as you pay out, you don't go backwards. And if you can keep moving up, you got a longer path to get to 550 than these guys do. So you want to get on the stock board and start moving right away. that's the strategy for Penny Pincher. And it's always been my strategy, which Penny Pincher is just an extension of me. What I'm trying to show is that Penny Pincher is going cheap, cheap, cheap. And I'm trying to show that if you pay a little bit more, not a lot more, just a little bit more, getting to this shelf is going to be better than getting to this shelf. And we're going to see it play out. And we're going to see who's right, who's wrong. The Penny Pincher strategy of refusing to buy train or start a company and holding on to all their money is working out, because this guy ended up buying KBS, which drained all of his money, and then he didn't get to do his strategy of owning a full amount of his companies. That might backfire. But anyways, let's jump in and go. So we're going to start with MKV. And MKV, as you can see, has this route. They do get to lay 3 track. But we don't have green yet, so we can't upgrade anything. There's really nothing to lay down. So he's going to do 3, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to run for 80. And then, of course, it didn't. Oh, all 4 shares goes to this player. So he got all $80. He didn't get any of it. So I got to be a little mindful of this. I'm going to take the 80 back. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 80 and pay half. So that gets him to a point where he could buy a green train. He can't buy one yet, just to remind you. But I want him to have the money so he can. I mean, buying all 4 of his shares didn't even leave him with enough money at $60 a share. That's crazy, by the way. So we gave him 120, but yeah, that wasn't enough. So we're going to have to half cap that, and so he got half the money. That works. And whoa. So when I paid half, right, they paid $40. That's right. So he kept, yep, that works. Okay, E Company also can't lay track. Also runs for 80. E Company has to half cap. That's just how they run. So he's going to pay half. Punch in 40, take the money. GWR. So we chose not to go major with him. Also can't do anything, but he can at least put a token down in London now for 20. So let's get that in place. So he's running for 30, 60, 70, 80. So as you can see, a lot of these companies are hitting 80 without too much effort. And yeah, we'll pay full. All right, there's something broken here. There we go. So we're going to spend 40, get that back to where it belongs. G Company, which is here. So they can lay some track, but again, we need to be able to upgrade, and we can't. So he's going to run for 30, 70. So where are you at, G Company? Over here. He's going to run for 70. That means 35. And then I just realized I forgot to pay the privates. So we'll do that. And then that means this guy gets 20. All right, keep going. Mr. Lawnmower. So this is his other train. He didn't go major with either of them. So Lawnmower, same deal, can't upgrade. So he's running for 30, 50, 70. And he pays full. All right. Bell. I was going to put in Paris. So he could run for 30, 60, 80. And then Lizard. Same boat. 30, 50, 70. We'll pay half. L Company can put in a track here, but L Company is still stuck until this can open up. So we're looking at 30, 60, 80, 90. Take us 45. J Company. And I screwed up and ran the wrong company last time. J Company is where? Here. So we're looking at 30, 60. He can't go through here anymore. So it's 30, 60, 70 for J Company. DSJ. We got a decent spot. We have the 2 whistle stops. So 30, 60, 70, 80. And see, he's got a long way to go because we didn't have enough money to buy any shares, but he got most of the money. He got 64 of that money, so that works for him. All right, next. A Company, which was here, also stuck, 30, 60. That's all the better we can do with A Company. Then we have the K Company, which is up here. So we're looking at 30, 60, 80. M Company, which was here. So 30, 60, 80. B Company, which is, that's right here. Can't really do anything. So 30, 60, 80. We'll take 40. RCP, that's us. So I think I want to be able to pay this. This would be $36. Let's see if I can finally afford it. I can. I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to run our 2 train from here for 30, 60, 70, 80, 90, $20 whistle stop. All right, then we get to SFA and I, or SF and I, 30, 60, 80. Now this is where he would buy a 3 train, right? Because we primed him to buy a 3 train. He can't, because the 2 trains haven't been purchased yet. So he just got 80 and then pay full, and all 80 goes to him. So we'll just have to wait. OU. Can get a token here. We might want to do that. But otherwise, it's a 30, 50, 60 run. Let's look at OU's money. Yeah, they'll pay the 20. And they're going to token Paris. And then do a 60 run. DSJ is up here. And so is RCP. They were not supposed to run. So I gotta reverse both of those runs. RCP paid 72 to itself and 18 to me. So I basically got to pay, I got to spend 18 and then he has to spend 72. The track lay is fine. And then if I go into here and I scroll up to minor K, there it is. DSJ paid 64 and I got 16. So I'm going to spend 16 and he's going to take away 64. Those companies have not run yet. All right, so now we go to BHB. That was much needed, so now it's 30, 60, 70, 80 for BHB. Payful. SFR. He paid all the money so he could do this. Naples goes in for 2 track points. So now I can do 30, 60, 70, 80. He ended up getting paid twice. POB, POB. This is a nightmare until we could upgrade to green. But he's at 30, 50, and that's it. What a horrible. Okay. MIDI. They were making some nice extra cash. I don't know if this merge here makes sense at all. Maybe they want to merge up here, but either way, they would need to have green track. So now we're looking at 20, 40, 50. He could go into the port, but there's nowhere to go. Like, he could go here. 20, 40, but then there's no whistle stops on this side either. So he's looking at 50. Then we have our H company, which we are going to pay the $20. Get this token out. And just always wanted to be here. So now he's going to do the RCP run of 30, 60, 70, 80, or 70, 80, 90. F company, which is here, is going to get a crappy 50. D company, it's going to do similar to DSJ run, 30, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. KSS, 30, 50, 60, 70. And then we're going to get some track down. I think we want to do this one for 1. And then he can't lay any more track because this blocks. But when Cables and Bits goes, they can lay their track. All right, and now we get to the new companies. So GSWR is the first one. And as you can see, they're just here. So we're going to put down... Now, this is a dangerous one. We don't want to connect to this yet, even though that's some nice money. We're going to do this for 1. Then we're going to have to ignore the Juicy Town first and do something like this. Now, why are we doing that? Well, because if I connected to this first, then I'm running a 1, 2, and I don't get to count any whistle stops. So I should be able to get 2 whistle stops in if I can connect to Cork down here. So I'll need to be able to upgrade this to get Belfast. But anyways, it would run, except this is a brand new company. So we lay down our 3-track. We're spending our $100, and one of those 2 trains is gone. And then last but not least, we have Kibbles and Bits, who is going to take the last of the 2 trains. It's like the last of the Mohicans. And then we'll lay it on our track. They don't do any run this turn. So 1, 2, 3, I think. Nope. There we go. So they'll get a decent run, but not yet. And they're done. So all the 2 trains are purchased. Now C Company goes last. We don't have a 3 train yet. So they're just running for 30, 60, 80. And that's just because of the fact that those guys, the 2 trains weren't purchased. So go ahead and take $40. And now we go to the majors. And you can see here, the first one up is Chin. That is us. And we do get to lay 6 track. So I'm going to lay, let's see, we're going to do 1. How do I want to do this? I think I want to do it like that. Now, if I do, and I come in here, I'm not going to be able to keep going. But I do have my 2 whistle stops, so I think I'm good. So we're going to do, that's 2, and then this is 3, 4. And that's going to cost $36 for Chin. Hopefully Chin can afford it. I put a lot of money in it. Yes, they can. So for $36, because of the 20% discount, they were able to get connected to Madrid. And then they still only have a 2 train. So they're going to run for 30, 60. This is 70, and that's 80. Which is not enough to move up. But they're taking one for the team. They can afford $225. And they're going to take a 3+3 train, which is excellent. And they're also going to spend $125 to get one of these Celsius tokens. So he's set up to do an OE run next operating round. Lickety split. And he set up the rest of my companies. They're all going to be able to upgrade green track. So he did not move up. Plum is next. Plum is able to lay down green track. So Plum is going to upgrade Paris for 4. And then this Y City for 6. I always found use these when you can. All right, so then he's getting 5, 9, 10, 11 in his run. And 11 is still not enough to... Yeah, 5, 9, 10, 11. Still not enough to move up. It was enough if he would have went backwards. But it's okay. I mean, there's no harm in not moving forward. It's no different than just staying regional. And we do punch in the 11 run. And I just realized I never paid the Chin run. No, I didn't. We bought all the stuff for Chin, but we didn't actually do the run. So Chin's run was 5, 8, 9, 10. So did I punch? Here, let's be very careful about this. So he paid 40 to purple. $36 from Chin to bank. That was me laying the tile. Then 225 and 125. Yeah, I never ran Chin. So he ran for 100. There we go. He got 50 of the bucks back. All right. Let's keep going. So Plum benefited, but not enough. And then Mav, same deal. We're going to upgrade this guy. So that's 4, and then this will be 6. We'll do one of these again. All right, so that's 5, 9. Again, it's a 10, 11, which normally my strategy, when you fall back, the 11 is enough to get back to where you started. But because we're already where we started, the 11 is not enough to move forward. So they are staying where they are. But Plum should have had enough to buy a train. It did. I needed to remember to do that. And then we're going to spend the 125 as well. So Plum and Chin are neck and neck doing the same thing. And then Mav should have enough to buy a train. It does. So we're going to spend, and then Mav gets this. So these guys are set. They're started their upgrades. They weren't able to move up the stock, but they are set. These guys are really set. And I'm going to pause and then we'll continue. Okay, so now we get to run our majors. MZA is actually first, and then DSJ, and then RCP. And I'm going to move them all up because I'm pretty confident they're all going to do fantastic. But let's start with MZA. So first thing we're going to do, upgrade this bad boy. Sorry, I was running up and down my stairs and now I'm out of breath. Okay, there's 1, 2. And then he's going to be able to connect to Algier, so that part's fine. His need to connect to this is not there. He just needs the whistle stops. But since, and he could also try to work his way up to Madrid. But since this is going to help the National later, we're going to go ahead and upgrade this one. So this will be 2 more. And that's not the one. We actually need this bad boy. There are not that many of them. All right, so there's 4, and then we can connect this one for 20 bucks or 30 bucks now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that's 5, and then I'll do this for 6. There's no rush to get connected up here, but so there we go. He got the 30 bucks from that, which will help him get closer to his train. And then he just ran for 4, 8, 9, 10. And he'll pay full. Not enough for a 3 train, but he doesn't necessarily need it. He only needed an 80. He's already at a 10. So now he's at 90. See, 90. In case you haven't noticed, they go diagonal like this. He just ran for a 10. So he could run for a 10 again next operating round and still move up. And then he can even move up one more time. So we're not in jeopardy of him failing to move up. So he's going to get moved up. He doesn't have enough for his 3 train yet, but he's getting there. All right, next up is DSJ, which this one is going to cost 36 bucks for him. And we have it. On with a 20% discount there. So he'll spend the money and we'll get the, which one are we going to use? I guess we're going to use this one. This one doesn't work. Is it this one? I guess it is. Yeah, that one works. Okay, so that was 2. And then we can upgrade. See, this is blocked. It's an interesting dilemma there, because now we got to pay to go around. We always did have to pay to go around, to be honest. So if I spend 2 more for this, we're looking at that. And then this would be 5, and then you'd have to spend 2 more to get into there. So I'm not going to spend the money here yet. Now you might be wondering, well, how the heck? We can force BJV to upgrade this for 2 and then connect in on its own, and then BJV would pay that money. I mean, they are cheapskates, but right now BJV's in a terrible spot, and so they're going to have to get themselves out of it. They could also try to upgrade down this way, which would then force us to pay this money. That's also doable, right? They could just do 2, 4 and connect down here. Either way works. But for DSJ, this is not needed yet. It's running at a 40 and a 60 for 100, and then 1020. So 120 for DSJ on just a 2 train is fantastic and way better than what we just ran for earlier. So now it's going to pay full and keep 96 of it. Not enough to get this 3 train, but it's still a great run. Then we have RCP. We already know they paid 1 track point for this. So then we're going to pay 2-3 to upgrade this, which is a welcome for those people. And I don't know which one of these is like the better play, but we can go ahead and do that. So that's 2, this is 3. And my thoughts is I want to break off here and then go. So we're going to do 4-5 and do something like this. And then 6 come up. The other way to do it is to break off here, and then this comes down. This is actually how we've done it before. We break off here and then connect to Madrid. But see, then you do your 1, 2, 3, and then you have to go this way to get your whistle stops. Well, what if you're going to New York? Now I'm going to come this way through the whistle stops to get to here and then go to New York. So I'm adding the whistle stops to the track between Madrid and Lisbon. So we're not connected there yet, but that's fine. RCP is in great shape for a 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 run. Wow, that is a nice 60. So RCP for 11, much better run. Same deal, not enough to buy a train. And then, yeah, so that's our 3 companies. So did we make a lot of money? No. But we got our train set up. They're moving up the stock track, and we're doing great. So now we go to this last stretch here, these guys, and we start with MSP, who is a national now, and 4 of his points are going to be here. Five, 6. And then here's the final 2. And I always screw up. I don't know why I have such spatial. I have used to play this game called Pipeline. It required the same spatial recognition, and I would screw up all the time. Unable to. Spatial recognition is not a thing for me. All right, so this is automatically upgraded to a 50, and then this is also a 50, so that's 100, and then this is 120. So 120 for MSP, who is a major, so he'll pay full. And then he'll pay 225 and get himself a 3 train. So he's well on his way. Next, SB. We already have the 2 big upgrades. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this. I think this one's sufficient. We probably want... Yeah, that'll work. So here's the big question. Are we really going to plow through? I mean, technically, I don't have a connection to Berlin yet. We can start by upgrading this. So that was 2. Then I can spend 2 more for 4. We're going to do it there. Actually, we'll do this one for 4. There's 5, 6. So the idea here is we're going to get connected to Berlin and go through the mountains. Possibly. Or we connect to Berlin and then we just go straight through this and then down. I haven't figured that out fully yet. SB still has to do its run. So they're looking at a 5, 9, 10, 11 for SB. And again, because he's a cheapskate, it's more than enough money to do everything he needs to do. And he has the 225 with $1 to spare to buy that 3 train. Next up, BJV, who we said was in a bit of trouble. They're sitting at 160, but I did figure out we could do these 2 upgrades, and that'll save them from... But here's the problem. If I do these 2 upgrades, that gets him connected, and then he can put a token down here. If he wants his token up here, he's going to have to pay the money. She is a cheapskate, so we're going to just have to do that and that. And that's the first set of upgrades. And then the second set has to be this again. We're using a lot of propellers, folks. Nope, we already have that. Never mind. We don't need we don't have to use a propeller. They could just use this one. That's totally fine. So, and then they could pay for a token down here. Not quite as good as being up here or over there. But, it's cheaper. So we'll spend the 20 bucks. BJV will token this. Now, the D company was planning on going through here, and it can't because of what BJV just did. Now, that hurts me, and that's the problem with having 3 different companies here. I actually wanted BJV to token up here or whatever, but there's nothing I can do about it. I could still make this a starting point for the D company, and then D's going to have to go through. But this here is no longer viable for D company. So it hurts the D company. But anyways, BJV is looking at a 4, 10, 11, 12 run, just like everybody else. And they don't have enough to buy a full 3+3 train. They could buy the 3. They're not hurting. They're fine. And then WW very much needed this upgrade. So we're going to upgrade this for 2. Probably do one of these. And then it'd be nice to get connected to this. So that's 2. So they did this for 3. Four or 5. They're not going to have enough track points to get to Berlin. They have this, so it's best to upgrade what you can to get the extra money, even if it's a crappy city. So there's 4. And then the best route is to go around the Y city, but right now he's trying to connect up to here, so we'll do 5, 6. And here's the other thing. You can't leave your region yet until you have a merger. So technically, that one was fine. Technically, this is fine. but they can't, WW can't lay the track in here anyways. Nobody can leave their region. I don't know if I've done that yet with any company. I don't think I have. All right, so WW did at least make its run a little better. So it's 4-7. It's an 8 run instead of whatever. It was a 60 run last time. And in order to move up, he needed to do a 75. So he at least hit his number. And this is crazy, but he has a 3 train, even though he has nowhere to run it. But if we could get, 6 track up, we can get him connected. All right, that's a full operating round. Everybody had a chance to go. Green is now unleashed. We're technically here now, so we pay the privates again, which means that this guy is now getting 30 bucks. And then we start our engines, but now we have the green is unlocked. So MKV, lots to do here. Let's get the Y City upgraded. Let's get this upgraded. So again, it almost doesn't even matter which Y is used. So we'll do that for 2, and then this one. I like that one for 4, and then what we want to do is we want to be able to go through here and then down. So this needs to connect up. So we can do like a 5 and connect up here. Actually, this is cheaper. So I had it right the first time. Well, now MKV is running for 4, 8, 9, 10. Oh, the pay in full worked. But no, I'm good. No, I'm not. I'm going to take the 100 away from him. We're going to do a half cap. And then 225 for a green train. E-Company's next. So they can lay track now, and they get a big discount on this. They get a 50% off, so it's only $15 for them. So that's why you get the E-Company. So here's 15. Where's E? So that's 1. And then we're looking at 2. Now, if you want, you can upgrade this and connect to Kharkov, so you can go through Kharkov or around it. Like you got to do either one. You don't want it to be a situation where this is all you have, because then if you go to Kharkov, that's a dead end. Sometimes you need to just add an extra city to your loop, and so you want to eventually go through. But right now, he's just trying to connect. And actually, since he has 3 track points, we'll do it the other way. We'll force somebody else to do the bypass. So that's 2, and then this is 3. So the Kharkov connect is in play. And then he's got the same run, 4, 8, 9, 10. So good money. GWR cannot upgrade London. He's not a major. He can upgrade this one. Not that it matters. Oh, and then this one for 4. I'm sorry, it only has 3 track points. This one's the better one to upgrade. My apologies. That one's not as important as this one. So we're looking still at 3, 6, 7, 8 for GWR. Not nearly enough for a train. G Company gets to lay 2 extra track. So we're looking at upgrading this one for 2. Man, I really like this one. Maybe we can make this work. Nope. Yes, that works. So there's 2, and then we have 3, 4, and 5. All right, that's his 5 track points. He's got a 40, 80, 90, 100. He gets $50 for that. Lawnmower, same problem, but he can upgrade this, which is really good. We need one of these for 2. So now Lawnmower can get here. He can also upgrade the Y City, which he definitely wants to do. Almost doesn't matter which one he uses, but we'll use this one. I don't think we can use this one, actually. So let's try that one. This one should work. There we go. All right, so Lawnmower has a 30, 70, 80, 90 run. Also not enough for a 3 train. Bell will upgrade himself for 30. That's for 2, and then I think we'll upgrade this one for 4. He still has 2 more track points. We should probably upgrade this one for 6. Yeah, that's perfect. So now Bell could run 5, 9, 10, 11. It's a good run from Bell. It did not pay properly. So now we got to subtract 83 twice. But there we go. And I'm going to subtract 83 one more time. And the 28 from Bell, I'm also going to subtract We're going to run this again for 110. We're going to do half cap and then do 225 for the 3 train. Mr. Lizard's World. So he needs to get a token out, but that means we got to finish this up. So we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2. I knew I did something wrong. 3 and 4. So he's connected. Finally. So now he'll spend 20 bucks. Get his token out. Put it here in Moscow. Then he has 2 more track points, which he could use to try to connect to St. Petersburg. But I think we're better spent trying to get our bypass in. So let's do that. My goodness, we keep putting in propellers. No, we're not. It's this one. There we go. So it was 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. All right, so now that he's here, though, he's running at 50, and then he can count this for 40, for 90, and then 100, 110. And then he's going to have to pay half. And then he'll pay 225. Get himself a 3 train. C Company. We had him at last time. I don't think it matters this time. So we're just going to go right where we are. Upgrade this for 2. And then we can even do a 3. So he runs for an easy 100. Take the 50 bucks. L Company is in much better shape. I don't even know if there's anything he needs to upgrade. There is not. So L Company is running for 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Normally it's a 19 run, but London's not upgraded. So 160. Fantastic run for L. And that's 80 bucks for the premium. J should finally get a better run. I always forget where J is, but I know they are sort of jammed right now. And this is going to help them get out of their predicament. Oh, here they are. Yeah, they're going to definitely do better. London's still crap, but we're looking at 4, 8, 9, and then they get to add the whistle stop because it's no longer blocked. So 4, 8, 9, 10 for J. Gets to take 50 bucks. Now we got the A Company, which definitely needs to upgrade this. So we're still looking at, but see, now we can go through. So we're going to spend 2 more. Oh, I can't. I can only spend 3 track points. If you upgrade this to go straight, you can then go through it and hit these whistle stops. Or we could even have upgraded this, but he upgraded this instead. So this is a 9. And that's it for A. K Company. I don't think, well, we can upgrade this. I think I need to take this one. All right, so you're looking at 5, 9, 10, 11 for K. And $55. They could buy a 3 train, but we're going to hold off. M Company. Where was M? Oh, M's down here. They got a lot of work to do. So we'll do this for 2. I've been using a lot of these, but looks like we got plenty of these now. So now we're looking at 4, 7, 8, 9. B Company. Now remember, track upgrades are only 1 track point for him. So this is just, whoops. This is 1, 2, that's only 3 points for him. So for the first one, I think we can get away with this. Yes. Nope. We could do it on this one though. So that's 1. It looks like we need, I don't know which one to take, but I'll take this one. Nope, that's not going to work either. So we're taking this one for 2. And then this was 3. Now, my concern is, I know I got a double whistle stop here that needs this configuration, but like, did I use that configuration somewhere else when I could have used something else? I have no idea. Like, I definitely need it there. I mean, this one could have fit, but I needed it to go straight through. Let me think about this. Oh, that would work. Yeah, we don't need it. We can do that one. It's important. It does not need to connect to this track. It just needed to go straight through. Like it does. All right. This, of course, is reserved for here. So I'll just leave that right there. I got to do their run. So we did the 1, 2, 3, but we didn't upgrade the actual Y city. Maybe that wasn't very smart of me. But we're looking at 3, 6, 7, 8 for the run. It was really good upgrades, though. And it was taking stuff that is needed by everybody else. So SFAI, I'm spend 2 points to upgrade him. Again, I sometimes don't know which Y city to take, so we'll take this one. And we're going to go like this. So that's 2 track points. And then I'm going to do this for 3. Put one of these on there. We're going to try to get a run from Paris to go through here and then either out this port or out the Naples port and do an OE run that way. Okay, so anyways, that was his 3 track points. Now we're looking at 4, 8, 9, 10 for SFR. Come on, you jerk. We're going to spend 50. That was SFAI, not SFR. SFR was also going to run for 10. So let's just get that situated here. See, it's 4, 8, 9, 10, same as anywhere else. He doesn't have enough track points to upgrade this. He does have the ability to put another track here, but that's in another region. So we'll have to let that go for now. And then SFAI, the one that was supposed to have run, was also a 10. And he's going to half cap. Spend 225 and get a 3 train. Let's see, what else do we do in here? We did the SFR already, which was my bad. OU has a nice upgrade here. They need to quit running crap stuff, so we're gonna have to upgrade this for 2. Bring that in. So I need another one of those coveted propellers. And then let's get straight in. So now OU can run a 5, 9, 10, 11. Much, much better run for him. Pay in full. Not enough for a train, but good job. BHB can't upgrade Berlin, but he can upgrade himself. I'm going to take this one. All right, so now he's looking at 3, 7, 8, 9. We did SFR, Pub. Pub can't upgrade Berlin, but definitely wants to get himself out of this jam. So there's 2. Three. And we'll put a token here because otherwise somebody else is going to token that and he doesn't want that. That'll be a disaster for him. So still just a 3-5 run. Not very good. Heck, this is a 4, 5, 6, 7 run right here. Because he can go through the port to the public port. So 4, 5, 6, 7 instead of doing a 5 run. All right, MIDI wanted to get connected to this. So let's get that going. And then, yeah, we have one of these. That's perfect. And then MIDI wants to put a token down here. The pitfall was Bell wanted to do that, or Plum wanted to get down here. Or otherwise, Plum can't do its run. So Plum did not have that available. If MIDI does it, he's blocking Plum. And remember, this is all the same person. The owner of Plum also owns MIDI. So MIDI is not going to intentionally block Plum, who's ready to do an OE run, by putting a token here, even though MIDI desperately needs to. So the way you fix that is you put the token here, or up here, because MIDI's made it all the way through. So MIDI's going to do exactly that. He'll put his token in Paris. So no harm, no foul there. I was being a little short-sighted. The Paris token is perfectly good for MIDI. And now we're looking at a 5, 9, 10, 11 for MIDI. Now there is one other run, and if we use this central city transport, this here connects to New York. Don't have the ability to pay for this extra hop, but theoretically we can go New York straight in, but I'd have to bypass this city and that city, so it's not a good run at all, at least not at the moment. But MIDI does have the ability to go to New York. H Company, which is sitting fantastic. Now we could upgrade this for 2, which I will, just because I know how much of a shortage there is on double whistle stops. So you're trying to hurry up and bad grab them. Then I'm just going to put this in for the 3rd track point to help get connected there. But H has a great run of 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, H has an even better run of 6, H, cap, 10, 11, 12, 13. So H has a 13 run because he can connect to New York. And then that's $65 for us. F Company, who was in a bit of a jam here. We're going to go ahead and, well, we don't need to upgrade anything for F Company. What we do want to do is put him somewhere where he can make decent money. So F is going to pay $20. He's going to put his tokens in Naples just to get out of the crap city he's in. And then he can lay some track. Now, normally he would lay these track, but that's out of the range. So he'll just upgrade something. He can't upgrade this, but he can upgrade the double whistle stop, which this is where, yeah, we're out of whistle stops already. And I don't like that aspect of these games. So I'm just going to clone it. If you can't beat a company with skill, I mean, the whole pure luck thing of who gets to go first is a little bit of nonsense, if you ask me. Beat them on skill. So I'm upgrading this. I'm spending my 2 points. That should be what's the challenge, is I wasted 2 points on this and not on something else. All right, the D Company, which got a little screwed here because they're blocked, but we could still start here and then go here. The part that they got screwed on is they don't get to count these extra whistle stops because BJV blocked them. So we can't do anything. I mean, we can try to upgrade something, but D is also here. Like, we could go this way and get the whistle stops, but here, let's do it out. This would be 6, 10, 11, 12, but this is 6, 10, 11, 12. we would have gotten 14 if we were able to add these. So BJV sort of screwed us out of 20 bucks in revenue, but we still get 12. All right, Kiss gets to go. Yeah, Kiss would like to stop using this, but for now, that's all they have. So there's 2. So we're looking at 3, 6, 7, 8 for Kiss. GSWR. One, 2, 3, which they didn't get to upgrade anything. I don't know if that was worth it. I'm just going to lay that right there because that is what they're going to do. But we're going to spend 2 points here and get the Y City upgraded. I think this is the one we can use. Yeah. We want to do it more like that'll work. So there we go. Now we're looking at and then we gotta put a token over here. Get GSWR out of their current spot. So 3 and 7 is the run, or it could be 4, 6, and then this is 7. This would have been 8, but you can't do both at the same time, although we do have 1 extra track point, so we would put that in at least. So we're looking at a 7 run. And then Kibbles and Bits has its own Y tile to upgrade for 2. And then look at that. There's another double whistle stop to upgrade it. It's just insane how there's not enough tile points. So now we're looking at 4. I mean, I could have connected to this to get 8. But right now I'm at 4, 7, 8, 9 for Kibbles and Bits. Oh, come on. So the only thing I can think of, like, so in order to upgrade this, I'm going to need another clone in here, which is still wild. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of here, and now we're going to get to the majors, which I do think are going to bump. And I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, I fully expect these companies to all do very well here. So for 2 points, we're going to upgrade this, and then 4 points, we're going to upgrade that. So Madrid gets an upgrade, and then Chin needs this one. Nope, Chin has to use something like this. There we go. All right, so Chin has a 5+5, which is ridiculous, but they could do a 1, 2, and then buckle their shoe. And then this is a 1, 2, 3 all the way to here. And that's what we're going to do. So they're going to be able to do an OE run with just a 3 train. So here we got a 5, 9, and then this is a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And they're able to do it because they have this +2 modifier. So that's a 14, and then this is a 15, and then this is 16, 17. It's a $20 whistle stop. So the 3 train doesn't get a 3rd whistle stop, but we're up to 17. And then they're going to count this again for 21 and go through the port and go here for 25 and then 26, 27. So 270 run for Chin is not bad at all. So we're going to pay that in full. We get a nice 135 payment to ourselves and to others. And they get an OE run also from that. So Chin is not only moving 1, which is what this is, it's moving 1, 2, 3 more. Chin's all the way out here. And we're not quite done. I think I'm going to buy another 3 train. Bada boom. There's another 3 train. So we can do one of 2 things. We can have a really powerful national, or one of these companies, if they get screwed out of a 3 train, they can always buy one from Chin for $1. So sorry, getting a drink. Yeah, that'll work. That's a really nice Chin run. This is where it all comes together. This is the Speedy Gonzalez strategy, except the Spain edition of it. This really helps. Okay, next one is Plum. I guess who else is doing an OE run? Plum also has their token already, so they got a lot of money left over. They have a 3 and a 2 train, so they're doing a 1, 2, 3, and then a 4. So they're actually going to waste a stop, but that's okay. We got a 5, 9, and 4 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 for Plum. Pay that in full. And they're going to do the same thing. They're going to spend $225, and they're going to spend $225 again, and they're going to buy not 1 3 train, they're buying 2 3 trains. They had the money. You're allowed to have 4 trains, folks. So there you have it. And they also get an OE token. And they also, so far this is now the new token. And then we're going to do Mav next, assuming Mav moves up. They will. So Mav has 6 points. We haven't merged yet, so they can't lay this track. They can't really do much of anything. So they're just going to connect here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Lemberg, $30 for Mav. And I guess I should take a little more attention to my track because I got a 3 and a 2 and I have nowhere to run it. So this is my 2. And this is my, well, actually this is my 3, but where's my 2 train going to go? I probably should have connected here. If I would have connected this, I would have been able to run, you know, twice between these two cities. So he's 1 track point short. Well, he could at least run the 3 train. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Still not a bad run. And yeah, he still moves up. Just no OE run for him. Then we got MZA, DSJ. So this is the triple Jeff. We're doing the triple Jeff. So MZA is first. We're just going to do straight 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So MZA is now connected to Madrid. And MZA has just a 2 train. But Madrid's worth 50, so now we got a 5, 4 is 9, 10, 11 for MZA. Pay in full, then 225 for a 3 train. So MZA is in business. Okay, then we got DSJ, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do any OE runs or anything, but DSJ is still running a 2 + 2, so we're looking at a 6, 10, 11, 12. There's nothing I can do to open up the pathway for D. I could do this. Let me look at his money situation. He's sitting at 120. This is a little precarious. So we're going to spend 36, which is a hefty amount of money for 1. And then this would be 2, 3. So the track points are fine. The question is do I want a token up here with DSJ and block BJV from going up there? I think the answer is yes. So now I'm spending 20 more. So I just spent a lot of money. But now we're in a 6, 10, 11, 12 range. So we're going to get we got 80 of it back. So we're almost right back to where we started. Not enough for a 3 train. This is where I could buy one from Chin. There's 10 of them left. I probably should. Yeah, I'm going to buy one for $1. And last but not least is RCP. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We don't even have. So 1, 2, this would be 3. I'm just going to upgrade one of these so I can get one. Four, 5. Okay, RCP cannot do New York because they don't have the H bonus. This route is fine for a 2-2 train, but so is that. If they put a token here, they could do this to here, which would actually pay a little bit better. That'd be a 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So sure, but I need all the money because I'd like to buy a 3 train. Okay, so the part that's hard here is we're running a 2 train. We need to get a minimum of 90. We easily hit that, but I can't half cap. So what we could do is we could pay the 20 and run this for an extra 10. The math doesn't come out in our favor for buying a train, but I don't think we can buy a train anyway. So if I ran at 110, $11 a share, I'm going to get $88. So you can see 88 plus 7, it's going to give me right around 195. It's not enough. So I will spend the 20. Oh, never mind. I already spent the 20. Where else did I put an RCP token? Oh, you know what? I think this is the board that flew across the map and the RCP token. Oh no. Yeah, that board flew across the map and the RCP tokens disappeared on me. Oh no. I guess I can always clone another one. I honestly wonder where it went. I don't know. Right there it is. See? I was determined. So yes, we'll spend the 20 bucks. Then we're going to run for 120. Pay in full. That did get me to 183. It's close. So then the question becomes, well, I can take all the 3 trains from him. I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend $1. They're going to take $1. And then all of his 3 trains got taken away from him. Was this necessary? Only from the perspective that these 10 are going to dry up before they get to take their turn again. Which I think is going to happen because we're going to do a stock round. So all this cash is going to get injected into the companies and they're all going to buy 3 trains. And if this guy goes national, he won't be quite as good because he has 2 yellow trains instead of the green trains. But he'll be fine. So anyways, all 3 of them go. We're good to go. Next, we have this, which starts with MSP. So we got 1, 2, 3. All right. We still have a 5, 10, 11, 12 run for MSP. Oh, that's the 2 plus 2 train. And then the 3 plus 3 is 22, 23, 24, 25. 29. There you go. So he has enough for another 3 train. Should he do it? I'm leaning towards yes. Who's going to be the national? Probably him. It costs 125 for the Cell C token. So yeah, he'll be the national. He is not going to buy another train. He needs the Cell C token for 125, which he'll spend right now. He's ready to do an OE run. 1, 2, 3, skip, 4. Then you can even include that for 5. So he's got his run. Just needs another OR. SB can't leave the region. Just going to go ahead and finish that for 1. Two, 3. 4. Man, I don't have this. Just trying to help a possible national. So 5, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, he's got the same issue. 5, 9 for 1. I'm sorry. 5, 9, 10, 11 for 1. This is the 2 train. And then 9 more for 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That was a great run. BGV. So BGV has a 2 train, 6, 10, 11, 12. Paying full. Spending 225. To get a 3 train. Done. And then WW has a 3 and a 2 train. WW's in a little bit of a problem here. But what they can do is they can save themselves by doing this. So now they can do a 1, 2 this way and a 1, 2, 3 this way. But that was 1 track point. Two. I need this so bad. 3, 4. 5. Six. 4 and 7. 11. 15. 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, that is everybody. We're done with all the moving ups. And we move to the stock round. The priority token is here. What are we doing? Well, MSP is a major that is now worth 90. I want to buy one more chin, even though it's now worth a lot more. I'm at 180. All right, then we're here. I have so much to do and not enough money to do it. These guys are sitting at 90. Don't own any shares of anything. Hardly have any money. So we're going to spend 90. They will take 90. The plum just got really expensive. I need one of these to do a run. But SFR is at 90. SB is a major. MAV is a major. That's right, they all are. Three of his companies are here. MAV is the only one up at the top for 135. Let's get to our cert limit before the stock does an OE run. What did I do here? Did I really just spend 90? Oh, because it is only 90. 90. 90. Done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at my limit for chin. So now I can buy the cheaper ones. All three of these for me are at 100. So I'll be able to buy 4 shares. I might do it just evenly. So I'm going to spend 100, buy a DSJ. I really should like bunch up my actions and just keep track of who did how many. So like, for example, I'm going to do 3 actions. I'm going to spend 100. I'm doing 4 actions. So there's my second action. This is my third action. And then from my fourth action, I'm going to get 1 more MZA. Right, so I'm 3 actions ahead of this person. So we can do 3 more actions with this person. 2, 3, 4, 5. Spend. So now I'm 2 actions ahead of him. Where's Pop? And then now we're even. He still has some money left over. Okay, so now I'm 4 actions up. He's going to spend 90, take 90, do that. So that's 1. It's going to spend 90. Take 90 for 2. Spend 90. Take 90 for 3. Then we're going to go major with one of these. We'll go major with GSWR. He's going to take 120. So now he's up to 4 shares. Okay, remember I'm up 4 actions on everything. 2, 3, 4, 5. Spend 180, take 180, that's 1 action. I need Bell. I'm going to spend 90. They're going to take 90 for 2 actions. And he's going to go major. Spend 120. For 3 actions. Who else went major? GSWR did. So all right, so that was 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to spend 120, take 120. And did I? No, I didn't do it wrong. Okay, so that's 4 actions. And he got 2 of his stocks up. These 2 companies are still meandering. Then we get here for 4. So we're going to spend 90. Take 90 for 1, spend 90, take 90 for 2, spend 90, take 90 for 3, spend 90, take 90 for 4. Then we get up to here. These guys are all major. We 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why this says 135 on it. That's why. So spend 135, take 135. He's at his limit. That's 1. Then everything else should be at 90. Yep. Spend 90. Take 90. So that's 5. That's action 2. Spend 90, take 90, action 3. Then spend 90. Take 90 for 4. So on one hand, getting ahead on the actions helps me to finish up a thought, but it's also stressful. I do think it's time to start going major with everything. He's bought actually every share there is, except for his major shares. So let's go major with Lizard. Then I know while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab the MKV ones and the POB ones. Everybody's going major. Okay, so what am I doing here? This guy went, Lizard went major first. So Lizard is one of the poor people. So Lizard's going to show up here on the stock track. Which is how much? $75. Wrong one. Now you might be wondering, why didn't you give the MKV money? We'll just go up 1 action. We're going to finish our thoughts here. So major, and then they're also going to go major. Now POB, were they on the cheap? They were not. they're going to be really expensive. And he can't afford one. He could afford it at 90 though. So he'll do that. All right, so 3 actions taken. So make everybody go major. So he's up by 3 actions. So now it's to us. We're out of money. We're already a major. The only choices we have is to merge. This D company is becoming a bit of a problem. So what do we do? I'm thinking of merging it with RCP. So RCP could run their trains up where the D is. They could also run it where Madrid is, and they have enough breathing room. Because until they upgrade track, they can't do OE runs. But a part of me is like, you know what? This guy's going to be able to afford his own train if I just leave him be. If he runs for this, he gets another 60 bucks. He's going to be at 220. He'll be $5 short. The BJV thing screwed him over. Oh man, I don't know what the right call is here. I can always pass and come back. What about the H company? Do I want to merge that one? It's clearly not going to be able to afford a 3 train. Technically, the trains don't rest until somebody buys a 4 train, which I think someone's going to be able to afford. Oh. And who do I merge it with? I'm thinking DSJ. So here's the problem. I can merge it with DSJ, who can then try to do an easy Madrid run to get his OE in. But then I can't make DSJ a national up in Norway, which is really attractive, having a national up there. It's a very lucrative thing to do. But if I do that, I lose the H company special ability, which is probably one of the better ones. So the other thing I do is I merge it so D company gets the H ability, and then I just never go national with it, which is also a fine offer. He's definitely not getting a 3 train. I don't need to merge H with MZA or RCP. Well, definitely not RCP. They share tokens in the same spot. MZA might benefit because having that extra hop lets it go to New York. But it also lets DSJ go to New York too. Yeah, I'm going to merge. So I'm going to take the money. I'm going to take the train. Then I'm going to put out the token. I don't care about this token, but we'll take that one. So DSJ is now there. The problem with having DSJ down here is now I have 3 companies fighting for 2 slots. It is a good move. I'm going to do it this way. I'm still going to do the merger, but MZA is going to take it. And there it is. It's gone. So this belongs to MZA. And then I technically have another action. So I could merge D with DSJ since I didn't merge H. So that would give this $20 bonus to DSJ, who's already there. That actually would work. And also DSJ would get a token up here, which would be nice. Yeah. So for our other action, we're going to merge them. So for 160 and this 2 train, then he'll take this token, and it's not wasted at all, because the D token, he really does want to be up there, and he doesn't have to pay the $40 to place it now. Done. So now D has that ability. Okay, that was our 2 actions. 2 actions here. No money, mergers possible, and there's a clear merger I see here that I like. Although I think this company is going to be able to afford a 3 train, but BHB and L is a perfect merger. And then B, it would be a great merger with either of these. B is not going to be able to afford a train. So we're going to merge B with lawnmower. Lawnmower is going to get to put a token right here in Amsterdam. Not a bad deal at all. And then, yeah, we're going to merge B. Any other actions? No. He's going to pass. Well, no, he's not going to pass. He had to go major with lawnmower. In order to do that merger. I forgot not everybody's a major yet. Okay, 2 actions. This was supposed to be a major, so we did not pay this properly. That's why he was able to afford all those 3 trains. Oh man, we really screwed up that run. That's why he was able to afford so much. So Plum ran for 210, but it ran like it was a regional, and there was 4 shares here. How did it work? So see, there's MIDI, minor F, KBS, there's Chin, so we're almost there. So right here, Purple was paid $210 for 4 shares, and then $315 for 6 shares. So 100% went to purple, and then 150% went to plum for 315. So we got to take 315 away. And then 210 away from him. But now we got to pay so he bought 2 shares. So this was the situation when he did his run. So we pay full. See, he's out of the hole, and so is he. And now we get our 2 shares, and he did not have enough. So we bought those 2 shares for 180 each, right? He's sitting on 191. So I'm going to sell this back for 225. There we go. So he was able to buy one more 3 train. That sounds a little better. That his ability to buy 2 of them was insane. But this is more normal. And yeah, now he's sitting on a big chunk of change because we bought all these shares. All right, that works. Okay, now back to the 2 actions. We got a major, major. We got to go major and major with these guys. He's not going to be able to buy any shares. Now we get to here. Remember 2 actions. He is spend 90, take 90 away. There we go. That's 1. Does he want to go major with anybody? He needs one of his Italian companies to do an OE run. SFAI has the 3 train. So he's the one that can do it. So he's going to go major with SFAI. But he can't afford to buy any more shares. That's fine. And then his German companies. Oh, I gotta fix a lot of stuff here. Hold on. This is where turn order matters. Dang it. So OU and MIDI. MKV went major a while ago. But it would have been in between OU and MIDI. So we'll put them in between. There we go. SFAI went major. See, GSWR, Bell, SFAI. But then Lawnmower went major. So Lawnmower would be in the mix. This is the reason why you can't bundle your actions. They go one at a time, and they would end up inserting themselves into this queue one at a time. So I got to get rid of this. Both of these go there. This. goes here.
Yep.
I'm really like making this the most complicated stock round ever. All right, so there's your 120s. There's your bottom feeders. And then here are your 75s. Okay. So, what we do, we have to get everything corrected. Because I was declaring major, and all these guys went major, like Pob went major as well. So we got to get Pob up here. That gets in the mix. Like so. And then, yep, we did these two. He went major.
Yeah, you would know if you.
We're going to make one of these guys major. I think it's going to be Kiss. So again, he can't afford any shares, but Kiss is going to go major. So that's going to jump to here. These guys are all major already. Out of money. Are we going to do a merger? We should. I'm trying to just figure out who. I don't know who. That's the problem. But he definitely needs to merge with somebody. We'll merge with SB. Where's Jay again? I always forget. Jay, oh, they're over here. Yeah, that's actually a really good one for... It might actually be a good one for BJV.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to.
Nope, it's going to be... it'll be a good one for WW, but we'll do SB. So he's going to take the money. He'll take the train. And we're going to make Jay go belly up. Get that out of here. We'll move this up. There we go. He has the Gray Locomotive Works. Belongs to him. All right, no more bundling, folks. I gotta take it one at a time now. So we'll get to this guy. I do have some mergers I can do. I'm gonna make him the national. So neither of these are gonna be able to afford a 3 train. So we should do some mergering.
Where's my PP?
I will do...
some focus groups.
E company is going to merge with pub. And I just realized something. I forgot to put out tokens. So SB would have put one in Lily here. And then pub would put one where the E company is.
It looks like a go
So that's gone. And then Coastal Bridge belongs to pop. Oh, when you do a merger, you get a share.
Light tanks and special forces.
He would have gotten a share of SB. We would have gotten a share of DSJ. See, that hurts us. And a share of MAV. We wanted to have all 6 shares purchased before we did that. Not the best strategy on our part. He would have gotten a share of lawnmower. No mergers yet here. Okay, so he did his action. It's to us. We don't have any actions left. We pass. We get to him, he passes. We get to here.
My communist tree is really fun.
Gonna merge M with MIDI. You know what? I'm not going to merge. For the reasons I just explained, you want to have 6 shares and then do the merge.
Do you want to switch?
And me doing this because I was afraid they wouldn't be able to buy a 3 train, not as important. I could have waited another round, gained some more money, bought up to 6 shares, and then force merged them. And then I would have had a 7th share of these 2 companies. So I shortchanged myself into getting shares of my own stocks. So I'm going to correct that with him. He's not going to do the merge. Same with him. He's not merging either for the same reason. So just going to keep on trucking. And he's only going major with these 2 and nobody else. These 2 are going to stay regional. So he's not going to worry about that. And then he's going to own it 100% on top of that. Then we're going to go here. It's out of money.
It's just not that good.
Everybody's a major. So let's see who has actions left.
To be honest, I get 4 factories.
He does. He needs to go major. I think I did skip him. He needs to go major twice.
4 factories. I get
Major, major, major.
I get daily critical power. Like,
There's the option to merge this one.
get more factory output than I would go in communist, more consumer goods, more political power. Like,
He'll leave it be.
and I get the same amount of recruitment population.
So yeah, we're going to do 2 majors here. So GWR and BHP, we'll do it in that order. I could have sworn that MKV went major.
You could do it as really animations. It's just.
It did. I took it out of the wrong spot. That's why. So we have all those minors plus these two regionals that still haven't gone major yet. That sounds right. We have these guys. I'm going to move these guys down. Get this off the board. Okay, boy, that was a complicated stock round. I was trying to finish thoughts and bundle actions, and I realized that was a disaster because things do need to go in turn order.
It's okay.
For this stock round. The earlier stock rounds, I could have gotten away with my shenanigans,
You did steal those.
but not this one. The second one is merging the companies. You can see there's a double-edged sword here. By merging like I did a smart thing because I'm not going to... My miners are going to get to run one time, and then they're probably going to have a round where they make no revenue because they're going to fail to be able to buy a 3 train, and the 2 trains are going to dry up on them. So that part is true. But had I left them out there,
I don't know.
I could have earned more money, gotten up to my 6 shares, and then merged them, which then would have let me get a 7th share of my stock for free. This way, I sort of screwed myself. I mentally corrected that, and then these other companies are now running with that philosophy in mind, that even if these do dry up, who cares? We can merge them later, because right now, he doesn't have anything more than a president's share of these, so he doesn't want the free share until he can buy them up. And then once he gets up to 6 shares, then he wants to do the merge. So this is going to work out, and I could theoretically lose the game because of this mistake. Like, it's a big mistake to lose a share like that. All right, so we are at the end of the stock round. Lord Premium was the last to go, which was ironic.
You were just given a massive.
And now he'll be the one with the stock next time. So we start with where does C want to go? And C wants to go
Do you want to see what the other one is?
right where he is. So we're going to go ahead and go with G first. G gets 5 track points.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's really just helping nationals at this point. So we're going to do 1. And then it doesn't hurt to just do like a 2, 3, 4, 5. And the idea here is these are just points that the national would have to spend later. Okay. We probably should have upgraded these instead, but that's fine. So now we just do a run, which is a 5, 9, 10, 11. He could put a token somewhere. For 20 bucks. Let's do that. He would put the token up in St. Petersburg. So now he's running for 5, 10, 11, 12.
I don't know. Not very appealing.
Oh, we forgot to pay our weenies. He takes 30 bucks. All right, that was G. Now C goes.
All right, I'm ready, Josh. Nepal.
Puts in a track for 1.
We shall do
And then
this. it showed me.
Let's upgrade 1 for 2. And it's a 4, 8, 9, 10. Pay half.
Think you're gonna play Bhutan? And I'll play Nepal. Let's do this.
L. He'll upgrade this for 2.
He's another big focus.
Still hurting because this isn't upgraded, but that's 3, 7, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still a great run.
Holy cow. That is a focus tree.
All right, and then he's going to be able to buy a train.
And I have the basic focus tree.
A. Finally going to get some whistle stops going here. Nope, he's not allowed to go outside of his region. Never mind. A can't do that. He can go through, though, because this got upgraded. So he could pay to put a token, but this is fine. 5, 4 is 9. I can do 10, 11. There we go. K Company is definitely going to get a 3 train here. 5, 9, 10, 11. Three train purchased. M Company. So we're looking at this. 4, 8, 9, 10. SFR.
Well, I don't know how you looking, but
We're going to upgrade one of these for 2.
it's meh.
Actually, we're going to do one,
I don't know. I feel like it would do better.
2, 3. Outcome's the same. It's 4, 8, 9, 10. And they're going to pay in full. Spend 225. Get a 3 train.
Like you actually get war rolls and stuff.
F Company. They moved themselves into a better spot, but this isn't upgraded yet. So that sort of stinks. But same as the other guys, we're just trying to help the National. So 2, 3. So we're looking at 3, 7, 8, 9. Then KBS. So this guy's getting a lot of his runs in. And we just still have a 2 train. And the question is, do we want to connect to this or not? Does he want to connect to this or not? he does want to upgrade this. For 2. And then this for 3. Obviously the answer is no. So it's a 4, 7, 8, 9 for him. Pay full. Spend the 225. He's got a 3 train. So then we go to KSS. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry. So now we're done with these guys. So now we got Chin and Plum, who are both way out in the lead at the moment. So Chin just has a 2 train. And enough to buy a 3 train. So right now with the 2 train, we're looking at a 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh, that might hurt his stock. Because we bought all those 3 trains from him. Oh man. I can't do what I just... It doesn't harm anything, but we gotta... We gotta keep this. He needs to be able to make his money. Otherwise, we drop on... We pause on the stock run. We gotta keep our stock run going. So we gotta be able to do a 3-2. So this is a 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 4 is 21, 25, 26, 27. I mean, that 27 run is a beautiful, beautiful run. I got to be able to keep that going. Got to keep moving up the stock track. And then pay full. So then what I'm going to do, well, I can't buy... I should buy a train from somebody and give them all my money. Or I just buy another 3 train for myself. I would rather do the latter, or the former. So we'll just take DSJ's 2 train. And give him 333 bucks. Like that. Okay, that was a beautiful run. And yeah, he only needed to make 180, but that wasn't going to happen with a 2 train. He was at 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, not going to happen. So he needed to run that 3 and 2 like he did. We're good. We're good. Plum, same deal. He's got a 3, 3, and 2. In fact, Plum is overkill right now. He doesn't have a... Well, first of all, we got to upgrade some tokens here. So let's do this one for 2. And then do these 2 for 4 and 6. Nope. Let's do 4. Oh man, it's this one that I want. So that's 4. And then we're going to do 5. And I guess I have to stop there. I have to bypass. Why do I want to bypass Madrid? Yeah, I really don't. Anyways, we did what we did, and that's fine. That was his 6 points. So now we're getting to Plum, who does need to bypass Paris. So we got to get a bypass in here.
I don't even have support if I haven't researched.
So there's 4 points. And then he can grade this one for 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. He can put a token actually here, and then he can run Paris to stuff up here. So we're looking at a $20 token. Now you might be wondering, why didn't I token this? Because I technically lose 1, right? I only can negate 2. The issue is he's using a 3 and a 2 train for a 5. And it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have an extra 1 to lose anyways. So I don't need the token Plum down here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do exactly that with my 3 train. So I'm sitting here with 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 for the whistle stops, right? All the way down.
Well, I have fuel.
And then I'm going to add 5 more for Constantinople for 21. And then that was a 3 and a 2. And then I have a 2 train left, or another 3 train left. See, because I got 2 3 trains. So now I'm going to do plus 5 from Paris again. And then I'm going to go to Bell region, which is 4. And then Lily, which is 4 more. And I get 3 more whistle stops. That's a $370 run. That's insane. So we'll pay that in full. And then he has 544 bucks. We would love to buy a train from somebody, but look, nobody has a train to sell. That's not good. I gotta buy a train from somebody. So do I intentionally... I can give it to one of my miners, which will then eventually get... I think I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna buy a train from the M company so I can give him the 544, because I don't want to lose that money from here. Could I bought another 3 train? Sure, I could have, but that I think is the better play. So then we're finally done with these 2 companies. Now we move to Mav, who I'm assuming is going to move up. And something's wrong. Oh, they're 3 ahead of Mav. Never mind. Mav, if he can do it, can do an OE run. With 6 track points, I don't even think I can get to Constantinople. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 8 track points to get there. So I'm not going to get there this round. I also have this issue of got to get connected to Berlin. So let's do that one first. So we're going to do this for 2. And then this is 3.
I can send divisions to the Civil War.
So we at least have a Berlin connection. And then the question becomes, I mean, this is cheapskate Penny. Penny pincher. I mean, this is $150 to get through here. And if she pays it, everybody else gets the benefit from it. Or she can help bypass this Y City. And it's just $30 to get to here. Then, I mean, it's still a lot of money. Almost $150 to get through here. Somebody else would have to pay that. But that's the dilemma we're faced with here. Penny Pincher would have really liked to have had these markers. Penny Pincher has the money. Yeah, there's no cheap way through here, is there? $60, $45, $45. No discount. So that's $150. I mean, people are paying $125 for a Seize token. So if you think of it from that perspective, it's not that horrible. Although there's still more to go. But that was 3 points, and this was also 3 points. Not quite enough. But for the 2 train, she can do this. And for the 3 train, we can go 1, 2, 3. Not ideal, but it would work. Heck, we even got a 1, 2, 3 this way. So we'll do that instead. And then the 2 train can grab these 2 whistle stops. Because the 1, 2, 3 is not going to grab whistle stops, so... Yeah. 9, 10, 11. 9 more for 18. So 18, 19, 20. And then 21, 25. Still a fantastic run. Not an OE run, though. Should you buy another train? We don't want the 4s to come before he gets a chance to run again. What's the chance of... Like, he could have flat out buy a 4. I'm not sure he wants to. He might have screwed himself, because I think he might get to do another run. I don't think we're going to have the 4s before he gets to take another turn. These guys are going to be buying 3s. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them gone out of the 6. There's 5, potentially 6, 7. So there's only 6 out there. He can easily afford the 4 train. It's not coming back. He didn't get his run in time. That hurts. And it hurts because he went first. I was hoping to do the OE run and go national with him.
You have
So if that's the case, he may want to save his money because he's going to have to buy a 4 train and stay in the game the hard way. I could have him go national, which hurts because I merged the J company with him, and that's I'm going to lose the power of the J company. But I could have him do the OE run and still go national in time, is what I'm saying. And that would work. Or maybe it won't, because he is running around the end. These 3 are the last 3 to go this round. So what do I do with him? I don't want to buy a train, because if I want any hope of running again, and also it just makes it harder to buy a 4 train later. So we'll do that. He's done. So now this crew goes. And so we start with GSWR. GSWR has only a 2 train, but a lot of money. And 6 track points. So we're going to upgrade this for 2. Then we got the 3 and the 4. And then this will be number 5. Get some $30.
Alright, Josh. In a couple days here, I'm at 75% construction. Nope, 90% construction speed.
So $30 for him. He only has a 2 train. So his run. Oh, he should have upgraded this. Crap. I did 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed 4 points for this. So I gotta take 3 points back. Really should have upgraded this. I'll leave it be. 4, 7, 8, 9. I at least get the whistle stops if I go from here. So actually, he doesn't move up. He only runs for a 90. So this means that GSWR did not move forward. So it's staying where it is, which stinks for Lord Premium, but it's really hard to go premium and then hit your number, especially when you're GSWR. Like, this would have only been, even if this was upgraded to a 50, that would have only been a 90. So it was a 90 either way.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't lose out on money. He just lost out on, he's just a crappy company. So with that said, this is going to put him in cruise control. And it really stinks because he's $1 away from a North Seas token, which is what he needs to really unleash the beast. But for now, it's that, and he went backwards, or he didn't go backwards, but he just didn't go forward. So he's a little behind the rest. If he could do an OE run, he'll bump up quite a bit, but for now, it is what it is. So next we have is Bell. And they also are going to get a 3 train potentially, but he needs to buy a South Seas token. So we'll spend 125, get one of these bad boys. So that's step 1. Step 2, he has to place a token. Somewhere. Now this is where it gets tricky. I think it has to be here. Like, it doesn't have to be, but wherever he does, he's blocking everybody else from going through. But Plum already went. So he's just blocking Plum for the next OR.
Yeah, but
I'm banking on the fact that
I'm finally making
Plum's going to be a
this-
national by the next OR. So we're going to run our 5 train here. I had to put a token down because otherwise, I can't go into Paris and then back out. Although I could do London. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I don't have enough.
Yeah,
I would have to be able to bypass this, which is where my token is. So I could, I could put my token here, and then I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Then I don't have enough points.
Yeah.
So it's got to be there. I could still try to do it from London,
Oh yes.
but London's not upgraded. So let's use this to try to help the national out. So we're going to do, 2, 4, 6. Because those will be prime candidates for whenever they get upgraded later. Oh, we'll do this guy. And actually that is helping him, even though that wasn't intentional. It does help him. And look at that, there's another double whistle stop. I mean, we don't have enough tokens as it is. But anyways,
Yeah, I think it is.
he's getting his run. We gotta do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then he's losing his 5th one. But it's 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we can actually throw in a 17,
No.
20, 22. Really good run. We're going to pay in full,
This build isn't.
and he bumps 1, 2, 3 more. So he's sort of in a class of his own right now. And got his OE run.
Chile joined the Allies.
I grabbed a token from the wrong spot. Okay, he has enough for a 3 train. This is an interesting question. Because he blocked, he's ready to go national with him. I may even want to go national with both of them. So I'm going to buy the 3 train. No, I'm not. I'm going to buy a 2 train from Golden Bell.
I'm the Platine People's Republic. Get it right.
For 297.
On this one.
And then, yeah, I'm just going to zero them out.
Now I'm blue. Now I'm green. Now I'm blue.
So we're going to do it that way. Would he be better off with a 3 train? Of course. But we would be better off with the money in our majors. That helps them in the longer term. So Speedy Gonzalez was able to get 2. We sort of did this in the last playthrough. I really love this strategy. And then I also love it when you have all 4 French companies, because having 2 nationals in the same country, they can really boost each other with track points. And then you have your 2 majors that are also in the same country boosting. It could be really, really powerful.
No, Josh,
So
I have a
this guy's going to be hard to beat. Next up is SFAI. And he's got a 3 and a 2. And remember, this guy's doing crazy, crazy strategy. But this one wants to do an OE run if he can. And we're looking at this situation here. So he's got 6 track points. He's going to help. So we got, well, hold on. He's in trouble. He's not connected over there. He's only here. But we got this situation. So we could do, now that we have majors,
No, I have
this is 1. And then this is 2, 3. or just 2.
Oh yeah.
And then this is 3, 4, and look at this. I always do the propeller thing. It's just the nature of how I construct my tracks. So now we could go from here for 1, here for 2. This is, and then see this? If I have a sell C's token, I can come out of this port right here and get here for 3. So 1, 2 out of this port. So I spent 1, 2, 3, 4 track points. I have to do this for 5, 6.
Hey Josh, do you need
And I need
steel? I have steel.
I need this guy to look like this.
Buy from me. Yeah, I built.
Yeah,
off it.
that
It
works.
took me a little
So now I got to be able to buy a sell C's token, and I don't have enough money. Oh my goodness, this is a disaster.
Josh, do you need more?
I should have been able to, instead of buying one of these shares, buying one of those shares. Actually, I bought SFAI, and I never bought another share because I was buying everybody else.
Do you have any building slots?
Oh man, I need that sell C's token. I mean, technically I have a 2 train, but the problem is if you can't prove you're making more money here, the other players can technically force you to run a different route.
Shut up.
So, for example, if I do a 1, 2, 3, where my 2 train is just being eaten up here, I'm looking at 5, 9, and by the way, this would look like this. So anyways, it would have been 5, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 is the total for the run. But then if I did like a 3 train, 5, 9, that would be 13. Then I'm doing a 2. See, I don't have another token. So I could argue, hey, you can't force me to place another token. Aha. You can't force me to place another token. So how do I do a, I mean, this could be the 2 train. Okay, never mind. 5, 9, and then 4 is 13, 17. See, I can do a 21 with this. So you could argue that that's better. So the other thing I can do is I could have intentionally not bought one of these shares. The problem here is I can't muck with these two because it took all the money I gave them to get their 3 train. KSS, though, hasn't gone yet. They are... Where are they? They're coming up. So he doesn't need... Well, he actually needs a 330 to buy his train.
Josh, did you use the money?
I mean, if I... Yeah. He needs the money. Oh my goodness. I mean, I would argue that an OE run is better than higher revenue. So let's look up the rule. Okay, so I have the rulebook open, and we are on the Orient Express, and then section 13, right before ending the game. 12.1 is combining trains, and then your first time bonus for the Orient Express run. And it's sort of like, you could easily miss it right here. Orient Express run may always do so, even if the route is not part of the best possible routes for all trains. So that is perfect. That is exactly what he wants to do. He wants to get his OE run in. He'll burn the 2 train for lower revenue. So we got a 5, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there it is. He gets a 170 run. He'll pay full. And then he will go ahead and buy the 2 train from SFR. For 217. And that's an OE run for him. And then SFAI is sitting up here. Remember, we made him a premium. So now he's going to get a 1, 2, 3 bump. This is going to be the new token, but for now, we're just going to have 2 of them up there. So perfecto. Now we got Pob, which is this guy. Now he's got 2 trains. Oh, yeah, obviously we didn't buy any more trains with him. So Pob is sitting here, and yes, he's going to upgrade Berlin for 4, which is not going to help him with his OE run possibility, but that's fine.
Oh my gosh, it's 9 PM already.
Going to get some good money. He's got at least a 2 train run here, but he needs to run another 2 train somewhere else. So he could put a token here. He still has 2 more track points. He could even put a token down here somewhere just to help him have positioning. Yeah, he's going to have to. So now it's $40. Oh, who has the free token? Oh, the cheapskate does. He's going to put it in Vienna because he's connected to Vienna. He's not necessarily trying to block the path. He's just realizing he needs to do this. And then also we need to bypass this. So we're going to upgrade this for 2 more. Remember, this is the Russian player. So this helps him. It helps others too. It's helping everybody. It is not the one I'm looking for. That is also not the one I'm looking for. I am looking for this guy. There. So 1 and then 2. So they can get through this way. All right, so now he's got 2 trains. So we got a 6, 10, 11, 12. And then we have a 13, 14, 19, 22. That's a good run. And see, and he's got this, so he can actually plow through the wetlands. But right now, he's just running at a 220. Pay full. He's gonna pay 225. Get himself a 3 train, so he doesn't get burned. He's gonna lose his 2 trains. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. But okay. That's Pob. Now we got Lawnmower. Lawnmower at least has 2 trains, and he also has the ability to do easy upgrades. So Lawnmower is going to upgrade this for 4, which is a horrible use of his upgrades, but he needs to do it. Okay, so that was 4. He needs to upgrade this for 6. That's $45. Well, there went all of his 1-point upgrade things, but it is what it is. And he has two trains. So we're looking at easily 100 here, 120, and then here, it doesn't matter which way it goes, another 120, so 240. Really good run. Pay full. Then 225 for a 3 train. And then just because I'm anticipating it, he's going to spend 125, get a North Seas token. He's going to need 1. All right, and we're pretty sure everybody here is going to buy a 3 train. So Kiss is next. He will also buy 1. He only has a 2 train at the moment. And he's horribly placed here. But this can be fixed by upgrading some tiles. So he's going to upgrade this one for 2. Well, hold on. I really want him to do an OE run. So how can I pull this off? It's going to be hard. There's a lot of track delay here. I could lay track here, but only if he's connected through. He's not, unless I upgrade this for 2 track points, then it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. You can't do it unless, I mean, he's not even connected, because you have to be connected to lay a token. And then the amount of track points you need to get there is too high. But what he can do, and will do, he's going to spend 20 bucks and token Berlin. And then, yeah, this is 2 points. Three, 4. I guess we should probably merge in here. Fine.
Josh, we're getting rated really bad.
Then 5, 6. Sorry, I had to pause there. So I'm trying to do the KS run. We spent 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, and now we're getting ready to do a run. So I only have a 2+2, and I mean, I can get a nice, 60, 110, 120, 130 run. So that's easy enough. I'm just not going to get the OE run in. So I'm going to go ahead and pay in full. And then pay 225. Oh, to get a 3 train. Okay. So he went major with this one. We should have gone major with that one. I mean, I can't fix it because that one already ran, I guess. That's the reason why he looks so good. Never mind. GWR. So, also a 2 train. Very likely going to not make his run, although he has a 60 40 is 10. There's 120. He will make his run. No problem. So he does move up. But we have 6 track points, so let's not throw that away. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade these two. So get Birmingham upgraded. Oh, that works. And then this little jerk, which I think we upgraded before, and then changed our mind, and now we're upgrading it for good. Okay, so like I said, 120 run. That is enough for him to hit his number on the chin of his chinny chin chin, and that's the difference between GSWR and GWR. Is GWR is just a better train, or a better company to hit higher numbers. How about that? With the 2 train. So then maybe I could have gotten a North Seas token, which I'm $1 off. Then I could have did a 60-40 run. But see, that still would only been 100, 90, 100, 110. Yeah, there's no getting around it. Anyways, let's pay the full. I'm pretty sure full will work. Yeah, full. Then 225. Extremely important to get this 3 train. And we're in operating round 1. Okay, so that's that. I can't believe this has been 3 hours. The 3 hours is what's crazy. And then BHB, which is another big train here. So we could do 246. Like, this is a nice upgrade to bypass BHB. Also, we maybe want to connect so you can get to London, and then start thinking about bypassing here as well. But BHB has a straight through here, and then this is 2 points. Remember, we set this up so this would work, and just like that, we have ourselves a beautiful Berlin situation. And we can completely, if we upgrade this and that, we can completely bypass Berlin if we have to. So BHB really should token Berlin, and they will. So let's spend $20. Okay, so we spent 2 points. Now we can do 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. We could do, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. But, it would help contribute to getting the OE runs in that we want to get in. I'm not sure how much they really... Lord Premium is all about the premium. But he doesn't need to help the rest of the world. They're homeland first kind of guy. So we got this. We could try to get. I think if there's anything he's going to spend points on, it's either upgrading Germany itself, so these runs will get the upgraded whistle stops, or I think the bigger one is to get connected down here, and then ultimately to here, so that way we can bypass this Y city. So let's do this for 4. And that goes in like that. And then we'll do 5, 6. So we'll make the primary route automatic. We'll go to Paris for now. But you could still get to London. And then If we need to, we can, actually this goes straight to London. There's no reason to upgrade this at all. So it works. Okay, so he just has a 2 train, right? And we need to get 120. So this is very important that we get the 60, 100, 110, 120. Yeah, that was easy. So he did hit his number. And let's punch that in. Pay in full. Pay the 225. Lord Premium did not get burned by 3 trains. All the 3 trains are gone. So all it takes is one person to buy a 4 train. And the melt happens. And then the... so what failed? Obviously, Lord Premium doesn't have a national or an OE run on any of his trains. So if he wants to make a national, he's going to have to do so with a lower stock price. He's never going to get the 3 bumps for an OE run. Same with, well, this guy did it with Italy, but he was hoping to do it with KISS, and he failed. So they both have to make a really serious choice. This person, Penny, has the same problem. Neither MAV or SB did their OE run. So they're in the same boat. I mean, they at least have 3 trains on all their companies, so that's a positive, but neither of them did their OE run. And I'll be honest, making Austria a national is really challenging because nobody else goes through Austria. Like maybe somebody will upgrade these Y tiles. So you got 1, 2, 3 upgrades that people will do for you. Everything else you're doing yourself. And even though there's a lot of profit to be had because there's not that many cities, it's still extremely challenging to get all these upgraded yourself. Italy, you at least have, well, I mean, you have 2 companies here as well, but I don't know why Italy's easier, but it just feels easier, but it could be challenged with the same problem. Germany and England and even Norway are different because they're just easier to keep up with because a whole bunch of people are going through and they're at least going to help you upgrade the Y cities. Russia, of course, requires a lot of work, but there's so many red zones. So even without, excuse me, even without track points, you can immediately just earn extra money because all the red zones upgrade. And then France and Spain, they can be really good or they can be really bad. You have to like have other companies helping you. Anyways, let's get back to this. The melt hasn't happened yet, but it's going to. So next we have is this. Nope. Next we have is our companies. So we get to go. So MZA, DSJ, and then RCP. So we start with MZA, who could easily melt the trains. I don't know if I want to, but I can. And we also have a lot of trains here. So with MZA, how do I want to do this? Well, first of all, we're going to spend our 6 points. And as you can see, this doesn't go straight through yet. So if I wanted to do an OE run, I can put a token here. I would need to upgrade this for 2. So my little upgrade shenanigans actually was worth it. So I put this in like so. So I can, if I have a token here with MZA, I can come down, up, and then around, and then through. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's only going to cost me 20 bucks. And we'll MZA this. And then we still have 4 points to upgrade, and we're going to help the national. So I'm going to go ahead and do these ones, 2 and 4. There you go. That's our 6 points. That works. All right, so now I think we can do an OE run, and we have the steamship company. So 357. What I don't have is the ability to go through Madrid. So if I do a Madrid run, that's what this token is going to help me with. Excuse me. I can do 1, 2, and then a 3 straight to there. So I need the Southern Seas token, which I currently don't have. So let's spend the money for that. Sorry, I got something in my throat. So this 3 train will do that, and then these 2 trains will do something else. One of them is easy. I can do New York to Lisboa, and then, you know, I can't really grab some whistle stops unless I don't use Lisboa again. Oh yeah, and then I can do here to here and grab whistle stops. Yeah, I got all kinds of options here in Spain. Spain's a good area. So let's do the 3 train first. That's 5, 9, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm just making sure I really didn't cover up a whistle stop somewhere. So 17. Then I have a 2 train, which I have the token for. So 7 and 6, 23, 27, 28, 29. Then I have another 2 train I could do from here, but I just realized I could do it from here and go this way. So 9 and 5 is 14, so that's 34, 38, 39, 40. That is an amazing run. 400. And so I'm going to pay full. I got 200. They got 200. So that was a good pay, good run. Do I want to buy the 4 train? My answer is no, because if I do, RCP screwed. So I have to intentionally not buy the 4 train and just hold on to my money, which is fine. So I do have an OE run, which does bust me 1, 2, 3. So now I'm on the shelf, the 150 shelf. So this is what I mean by being on the higher shelf. I could now, with MZA, sell all 5 of these shares for $150 each into the company. And I don't know if I want to do that yet. I think I want to wait until I get to 180 or 200 and then do it, which would just be 2 bumps later. But if I did do it, and let's say I bought all the MZA shares personally, then I start moving straight up like this. Every time you do up and then over, you're falling behind these guys who are just going straight across. But yeah, 150 times 5, I could easily have $1,000. I mean, I'm sitting on just a 3 train, and I'm going to spend that $1,000 easily on future trains. But right now, I'm looking at, I could buy the 4 train, but that would ruin my RCP strategy. So I don't want to do that. And to be honest, because I had the Great Western Steamship Company, I blocked RCP from being able to do his run. But that's not important. What's important is that RCP is able to buy his train. So RCP will buy the 4 train. He doesn't have to do the OE run right now. Okay, so next up after MZA is DSJ. And DSJ does have a 3 train and a 2 train and the D company here. So we're here, we got this, so we could do a 1, 2, 3 easily. Hit 3 whistle stops along the way, which we didn't do because I didn't upgrade this well. That is a bummer. I don't think I can fix that. I can start here and get 3 whistle stops along the way. So 1, 2, 3. And then for the 2, I could easily do this and this and count those. Or I could just do this and this again. I won't get any whistle stops with it. But I'll get to count this twice with the $20 token. And that actually is really attractive. So I also have the ability to go into here. And then I could go to London with a 1, 2, 3 this way. This one only pays 50. This pays 60, and that also pays 60. So actually, this is the better route. So I'm going to do 6. No, this pays 6 as well. Yeah, I'll do these 3. So we're going to do 5, and 6 is 11, and 6 is 17, 18, 19, 20. Then we're going to do 6 more for 26, and then 6 more for 32. Right? I had the idea. I see what the problem is. I was planning on using these 2 whistle stops for his 1, 2. But then I can't. Like, I could do my 2 train up to here, and then my 3 train this way. But this is a 6, that's a 6. I want to use this twice. I think I did it correctly the first time. And I lost my count, so I apologize. I'm horrible at this. I should finish my thought and then second guess it later. Okay, so 5, 11, 6 is 11, 6 is 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 32. Because I just have a 3 and a 2 train, right? Yeah, so 32. And the reason it works is because this is the same as the London. And 32 is a good run. Pay full. Look at him. He's sitting on all this money, and we're not going to buy the 4 train. we gotta hold firm. Am I going to make this guy a national since he went and did an OE run? I could. I mean, I could have 2 nationals in Spain. I'm choosing not to because I don't think that it's necessary. I think having 3 majors is better, the better plan. So so he just moves up 1, and then RCP is the next one. And yeah, like I said, although I need to have $350, I think I will. I'm only running a 2 train. I should be able to hit it though, right? I need to hit 100. Yeah, that's easy to do. Only a 2 train. Let's see what we can do. I can't do New York, but I could easily do Madrid all day. This is a $20 whistle stop, but so is this. So I could do Madrid to here, but I don't have a token. Oh no, I do, right there. So yeah, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12 is my run. So I'm typing that in. But now I got to finish my thoughts, which is I need to do some upgrades here. So we're going to upgrade this for 2, this for 4, and this for 6. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we got a 120 run, which is great. That's $12 a share. And it's 7 shares, so he should get to 350 easy. So I'm going to go ahead and pay full. And then, yeah, he's going to pay 350. And we're going to melt the trains. And this causes sadness for a lot of people. So it starts with me. I got to go first. So yes, I'm going to just go ahead and lose all the 2 trains. I am staying major with all 3 of these companies. If anybody was going to go national, it would have been him, but he didn't do an OE run. So Chin, and I did look up in the rules, I don't get to take this and give it to Chin. Chin has to run with these 3 chains and then can buy these from the market. So he is going to be a train short of his 4 trains that he gets to have. But yes, he's going to go national, and I think I have to go here and say convert to national. And then boom. He flips over. It's pretty cool what they did with the scripting. I like it. This token is not needed anymore, and we do have a limit of them, so it does go back in the pool. You can see there was only 1 more left. But yeah, he gets to keep his trains. He has a permanent Pullman. And yeah, these 4 are going to go back in the pool. I don't know why they're not. 1. There we go. Right. So we just go in order. So now we go to this guy. And this is the toughest decision to make. But GSWR is going to go national. Unfortunately. And oh, by the way, when they go national, their shares go into the pool. So GSWR is, without an OE run, going to go national. That hurts, but it is what it is. And he does lose 124 bucks. Could he have? Yes, he could have. When he ended his turn, he could have bought this 2 train from him. So I'm going to take 124 bucks from him. He could have easily done that when he took his turn. So everybody else, though, is losing their 2 trains. And this guy would have bought a 2 train from him. So we'll do that. And like that just makes it even better, right? Because now he has 3 trains instead of 2. But yes, GSWR, without doing an OE run, becomes a national. And Lord Premium sort of needs that. It's not quite as premium as he would like, but he does need it. Now we are on phase 4, so this is going to go to GWR. They're going to get the 2+2. Then we go over here, and then the same thing. A Pullman is going to go to whoever has this company. So he gets a free Pullman. And then, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Midian OU lose both of their 2 trains. I mean, they could have easily bought one of these. Oh boy. They don't have a lot of money either. I haven't triggered a rule like this in a long, long time. So, can I do a forced train purchase where I use my personal money to help them? I think the answer is yes. The problem is that it's going to cost me a lot because he needs 300 bucks, and so does he. So that's all 600 of, you know, it's less than 300 bucks, but still, it's a lot of his money. And the worst part is they're sitting here. They're going to go backwards. They're going to go backwards on the stock track because they can't pay because they don't have a train. So they're going to be the absolute lowest value stocks in the game. Well, technically, he's got the lowest value ones, but they're going to be tied with him because he's going to come into the market at the same time because they're going to go backwards and then come forward. Like, I can make them go national and leave these guys. It was not the plan. The plan was for these guys to become the corporates. And you see, like, the shares, he was going to start buying all the shares, and look at all the money they were going to get if they did the merge. Like, these guys are set. They just got to get through this round, and they didn't. And this, by the way, folks, is the drawback to parring low. Because guess who got to go first? Me. Because I parred slightly ahead of them. So I got to go before they did, and they're getting shafted right now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Bell and Plum are both going to go national. We're going to put both of these back up here. So Bell, and then Plum, both go national. So I was telling you that this guy was playing a rock solid strategy, going to be tough to beat, and all of that was true. And now he made his mistake. And it happens when you play this game. It's hard to play a perfect game. They keep their trains, of course. Now we get here, and SFAI is for sure going to go national. So these trains melt. And then this one melts with Kibbles. And then I got to decide what I'm going to do with him. Or actually, he could make Kibbles. Like, neither of these have done a run, so he's got to decide what he's going to do. So SFAI for sure is going to go national. SFR has his train. I got to decide between KBS and KSS. And I think it's an easy decision. The problem is neither did an OE run. Can I take a regional straight to a national? I actually don't think I can. So, like, you know, only a major can run an Orient Express. Okay, so I did, I looked up several things. I was looking up forming a national, but the big one is further down when you're in the section for buying trains. If a major does not have a train and it does not have sufficient funds, it may buy a train from another railroad, but it's not required to. If it does not purchase a train from another railroad, it must force buy. So the force buy, I'm required to buy the cheapest. So if I have a, so if it's a 4+4, for example, I have to buy the side that is a 4 only. So that's if it's a force buy. So they do have that issue, but they will be fine. Of course, they're going to go backwards in the stock, but I am not required to make them go national because they have no train. I can let this happen. And then right here is where the forced train purchase, you have to use personal cash. And somewhere in here, it's right here. 3+3 costs 225. Thus, the 3 train must be selected. So you have to buy the lower. So these two companies, if I'm going to let this happen, I already went these two national, so I need these two not to go national. I'm going to end up having to pay $300. They have roughly 1/3 of it. So this guy's going to lose $400 helping them to force purchase a train. Now there is one other option. They could, for just $1, buy this from the National and get a 3 train, which still keeps them in a hole because the 3 train is gonna melt at the 6s. And trust me, we're gonna fly through these trains. Although we're forming enough Nationals that that it's going to slow down a little bit. Not everybody needs these fancy new trains anymore. Now, getting back to this, with the German company, I don't have to go National now. I could wait until train phase 6 when the 3s melt and go National then. So I could keep both of these alive. Oh, that's right. I wanted to see if a regional can go National. That was the whole reason I paused. 1 second. And yeah, it has to be a major. It says right here, each player may convert 1 or more of their majors into Nationals. So it can't be Kibbles and Bits because they're a regional. So if he's going to go National, it has to be KISS. And, oh gosh, he doesn't want to. But he has 2 German companies. And a National will make him good cash. He owns a fair bit of KISS, not enough to be dangerous. He could wait. I mean, he's on the verge of being able to do an OE run. He'll get 3 bumps on the stock track. And then in phase 6, he could go National. But I will tell you, the time to make good money as a National is now. Like, they make a ton of cash, usually a lot more than the majors do at this phase. By the time you get into the 6 trains and higher, the Nationals never do horrible, but the majors tend to do better. There's a really cool gum band effect with this, where the Nationals are really powerful right now because they get to carry 4 trains and I don't know, it's just the revenue is just so much better because they get to count, everything in their area. But yeah, later on, and I think it's because the trains are just larger numbers, so you're hitting a lot more stops, or you're doubling them. It's just hard for a National to keep up with that because they're not hitting more stops. They're going to hit 9 stops now, and then they're going to be hitting around 9 stops later. And yeah, they get upgraded because the track tile's upgraded, but those 9 stops aren't going to outclass somebody who's only hitting the Metropolis, and doing an OE run and getting the juicy OE bonus, right? Those are the things that make the National fade. But the National is consistent cash, and it'll never go backwards on the stock track. So it's a consistent bump in stock. It's like perfect in every other way. We just spent all this money to put KISS on the board, but we didn't actually make a run. So why did I say all that? All that was to tell you that now's the time to do it. Waiting until later is not going to be good. It's good because he'll get 3 bumps on the stock track. So where is KISS? KISS is in this section here. So he would get 1, 2, 3. He'd be up here with this crew. I mean, that's a significant bump. Excuse me. Or he could just never go National. I think I had my heart set to go National with 2 of these companies because it's consistent cash, and he has 2 German companies. So the idea was that they're helping each other. Like, a German National is not horrible when you have all these German companies helping you. But BHB is owned alone, and POB is owned alone. So they're likely not going to go National. He owns 2 of these, and the whole reason he bought 2 was for one of them to go National. And he chose it to be KISS. Yeah, let's do it. Let's stop debating this. Let's go national with KISS. Done. So he keeps his trains. Everybody else loses theirs. Now, one problem that has always been true every playthrough we've done, when you own 2 nationals, these guys can only sell to 1, and usually there's not enough trains inside of these guys to feed the nationals, and the nationals are always hungry. They always want trains. Now, this is the bigger dilemma. He wanted to go national, or she. Penny wanted to go national with something. Nobody did an OE run, and Mav had a chance, but couldn't make it. SB had a chance, couldn't make it. The BJV and WW, like WW had a really good chance of getting through here. But the problem was they didn't get to take a turn because they're down in this group down here. So none of them are getting the stock bumps. One of them should go national. If you don't go national with one of them, it makes it harder at the higher levels. You're going to get train type, where you own 2 trains and you can't get rid of one until they melt, and that's a problem. So when you have a national, it's real easy to just sell one of your trains to the national, and you always have room for another. So yeah, he's going to go national, and I got to pick one. BJV, national. Boom, there it is. Let's move him up a little and this up so we don't confuse the companies. And yeah, we're going to keep the 2 Austria companies are going to stay corporate major. The WW is going to do great very soon. And then BJV is probably the best one to go national because it's just trapped up here. There was nowhere for it to go. The stuck thing does hurt. All right, here we go. So these go here, and we keep going. So that was RCP. So then we get to these guys are going to go next. So that's this. And MSP is up. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to do this. Oh, MSP was supposed to do his OE run. Oh, no. He never did his OE run. So we got the exact same problem here. Not only was he supposed to do his OE run, but he was supposed to buy a train from one of these guys and give up all of his money. Oh, no. So he's got 2 choices. He goes national with something. That hasn't done an OE run, or he waits. To be honest, he should go. You know what? I thought about this. I'm so excited about BJV being a national, but really WW, the whole fact that the Reds upgrade automatically makes WW a great national. He doesn't have to do much work. Whereas here, he's always going to have to work. I mean, well, he's not down here. I'm sorry, up here. Actually, it's not a lot of work to upgrade this. He's going to have to spend a lot of points to get these whistle stops. But it's not too bad. This can do the job. Now, this guy, we got to go national with somebody. And there was a fleeting thought of, hey, we have a German national that was declared. So we can have another German national. 2 German nationals does make Germany very lucrative. I even contemplated playing a game where I start with all 4 Germans and I go national with all 4 of them. And just, put down all the track, upgrade everything, and just go bam, bang, bang. I would need a major somewhere else, but like I'm going 4 national Germans, and they just feed each other. But the problem is you would never have upgraded trains. So if it's not going to be this guy because he has the blue company, then it's one of these 3. I was going to make it him because he's going to do an OE run right now. This is his turn to do an OE run. But I got to decide who's going to go national first. At this point, he has the least amount of money. So it hurts less to make him a national. It hurts more to lose $377. If I'm going to make one of them a national, I might as well pick the one because they're all identical in trains. This guy just has the least money. So yeah, I'm going to make Lizard a national because he needs to have one. And then yeah, these guys lose their 2 twos. All right, now we go back to regular scheduled programming. Whoops, he loses his. Now it's MSP's turn. And yeah, we're going to do our run. He's even got the Celsius token. And this guy is going to be not high on stock value. He's going to fall behind everybody. He's way at the bottom, just like the German one is. So, see, the train rusting actually screwed a few people here. And going last, if you go cheap, you can buy these companies. You can buy a lot of shares of those companies. But this is how you get screwed, going last. Okay, MSP. We do need to worry about our national, but also we want to do a run. MSP's got the 2 tokens. He does not need a token here. This 2 are covered by a SLC token. So MSP just needs to figure out what to do. And here's something really crazy. I'm thinking about paying the $80 and the $45 just so MSP could token Constantinople. That's a lot of money just to get a token there, but it's nice to get a token here. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just help the national here. So the towns, of course, help the national a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and let's upgrade the 6 whistle stops. These are all along the way, so very helpful. So 1, 2, 3. So there's your 2, 4, 6, and then yeah, he could do a run. 5. Oh, hold on, he's only got a 3 train. Oh no! So if I would have bypassed Moscow, he could have done it. But you know what? There's no rush anymore to do the OE run. I mean, we were trying to beat the melt, and we didn't beat the melt. So yeah, just run your 3 train. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. There you go. 180. Oh, yeah, it just cost 350. spend the 350, get himself a 4 train. All right, and then I'm really high on time here, so I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.